Alright, first of all, before I start, I want to say sorry for the shaky camera and any wind noise as well as that. I'm doing this just on a phone. I don't have any editing software, so I do apologize about that. But with that being said, I'm going to redo the video I did on this car, a 1966 Lincoln Continental, or at least I believe it's a 66. And these cars, this is one of my dream cars right here. I love this car. Love it to death. I want one. I want this one. They're such pretty cars. They're a very minimalist car, though. But that being said, they're very, very 60s and they're really cool cars. I love this car. It is powered to it is a rear-wheel drive V8 American luxury car with suicide doors on it. This car was made famous. It was already a famous car, but was made even more famous, I believe, by The Matrix. I believe it was. I believe it was a 66 in the same movie. This one has seen better days. It was bought as a project car like 20 years ago. And then got parked back here because, wind. I apologize, it's very windy today. And eventually got parked back here due to, I think the motor went out, and the guy never would pay for it, and it's been back here 20 years. Longer than I've been alive. It was in gold. This was a gold 66. Probably a very pretty car. And even in a rusty form, the body is not in terrible shape. It's got some rust spots in it, but I've seen far worse bodies. Now this car did not use a body on frame. It was pretty innovative in that it used a unibody design. The frame in the front or under the engine was a subframe, with the rest of the car being supportive. And it was powered by a 340 horsepower 469 or 62 V8. Some of them you could get the 460, I believe, but the 462 was the quote-unquote performance package. And in 66, this car had almost everything was almost powered. I believe this model had quite a few options. Not sure what they retailed for, but I know they were right on up there with the other high-end American cars, and this was one of the ones. And even though I'm a big Cadillac guy, this car's pretty close up there. This, as far as cars, my dream cars are, this is right under a 59 Cadillac Eldorado Barrettes. And of course, this car is very famous for these right here. See the door handles open. Sorry for the shaky camera, I'm doing it with one hand. Now you get to see the interior, as you can tell. You've seen better days. But that right there is so cool. Had power locks, manual windows. Unless you're in the rear, you had power windows in the rear. Manual up front, ashtray in the rear. Controls and everything in the rear. This was a car you got chauffeured in. This was on up there with the Eldorados, and Rolls Royces, and I believe Bentleys of the time period. Back when American cars were like on a different pedestal of everything else. And they're getting back to it. We're in a new renaissance as far as America comes in their cars. I really do believe that we're in a new renaissance of American cars. They're getting to be the best they've ever been. But that's not the point. This is, it's got a massive trunk. Absolutely insanely big trunk. I don't know what gearing it had in it. I know it was a rear end, it was a Ford, I think a 9-inch. Almost every single Ford in the 60s had one, I believe. And just look at that dash. There ain't no wasp, is there? Look at that. The window is busted. I have no idea how long the window has been busted, but it is busted. unfortunately. So there's probably a big rust spot going through the floor pan. And it looks like it's been scraped with a forklift. But other than that, this body's pretty straight. Well, you gotta fix these holes in the roof. You can see one right there. And then one right there. So you need to fix those. This door, unlike most older luxury cars, did not have a fuel cap you open through the trunk. As you open through the bumper, as I believe it had been way too low. This car sat low to begin with. And the bumper is just a big, giant, solid piece of chrome. I bet the back is ratted out. All the windows, bar that one, is good. Bar the driver window. If the undercarriage is not completely rotted away, like structural stuff, this would be a good restoration project. Now it'd be a big project, but it'd be a great one because these are very iconic, very nice, very cool cars. I love this car. I'd love to get a hold of it. I had plans for it, some plans if I were to ever get a hold of it. Let's be like, I was going to fix the 460, the 462, which it just needs a carburetor, but it sat for like 20 years, so it probably does not need just a carburetor anymore. As that goes with cars that have sat for a while. Fix the window, restore the interior, paint it a midnight blue, or paint it a, paint it midnight blue with a black painted top, or black vinyl top, with tinted limo tint windows and black interior. I think this thing would be pretty on the wheel covers. It'd be a very pretty car. Then I got to thinking, well, this car's really far gone. Just restore, either fix the 462, but if you can't get parts for it, swap a more modern motor into it, make a resto mod out of it. Even if you don't want to make a resto mod out of it, make a rat rod out of it, a luxury town car, Lincoln Continental rat rod. I think that's a really cool idea, powered by new stuff, with a new Ford rear end, Ford Coyote motor, supercharged or turboed. It really naturally aspirated to be fine too. And whereas naturally aspirated, just normal Coyote motor out of, let's say, a 2010 Mustang GT, it's going to be making about the same horsepower as this, but it's going to be better because it's lighter than the big block underneath, the Ford big block underneath this car's hood. Even if you just leave it stock, which I wouldn't, I'd build it. I don't know if it gets supercharged or anything. It'd depend on the budget. Well, it would depend all on the budget. But I think that'd be really cool. Put it on some lower profile tires, race suspension, and get it lowered about to like it's sitting right now, but it's supposed to be sitting like that. And yeah, oh, it's got a dent in the bumper. So that bumper's ruined. And these cars really were like, but back on what I was talking about, these cars really were like a pinnacle of luxury back then. They were right next, they were on par to even superior to the DeVilles, to the Cadillacs, as far as American luxury cars go. Because it was a really nice car. But I think that's about everything I could say about it. I'm pretty much done rambling about this it's not little, but about this car. So with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. And if you want to support this channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do want, and share the video to anyone who might be interested. I do want to apologize for the shaky camera. I'm trying to get better on holding the phone. I'm trying to get a tripod, really. But I've been having to do things lately. I know tripods aren't that expensive, I know, but I don't make that much money to begin with, and I've been having to spend a good amount of money on stuff. I will try to improve the content here soon. I'm probably getting a computer after graduation, after I get out of school, or I'm out of school, but after I graduate, like after I actually walk stage and stuff. So I'll start editing the videos, even though they be minimally, because I tend to do everything I want to say in one shot, and I'm starting to get better at that. But other than that, I know I've said it, but I'm going to say it again to close it. If you like the video, the best way to support me, if you won't, is to like, comment, subscribe, and share it to anyone who might be interested. What I need right now is subscribers and viewers. Or I need subscribers. That helps a ton. But other than that, thank you for watching. And sorry I got the outro to go for so long. But other than that, have a good one.